The real estate market in Philadelphia is crashing. Hi, this is Maria Quattrone, owner of Remax at Home and Maria Quattrone and Associates. And that is a question that I get asked. Is the Philadelphia real estate market crashing? And the answer, da-da-da-da-da, no, it is not crashing, folks. It is not crashing. This is time and for an adjustment that's happening. There is no way that we could have continued on the last 2 years, 2.5 years that we have been in this current marketplace. Okay. And today I want to share some figures with you to show you real data. This was compiled from the end of last month. So we're about 3 weeks behind this. Okay. And we pull the data from month to month. So I want to share some data with you this morning about the stats and what actually really is happening. So I pulled this. I have this report. It's not the MLS, but it's pulled directly from the MLS. It's another software, another tool in our toolbox that I use to go through and make sure that our agents and staff they have the intel and know what's going on in the real estate market so we can share that information with you. Okay, so let me start with the inventory. Active listings. Now, this information that I'm sharing with you was as of July 31st, as I stated, and this is for the entire Philadelphia metro. Now, if you're looking for information that is more specific to your locale, and we can grab that data for you and share it with you. But the metro market does give us a snapshot of what's happening in each individual county, okay? So active listings last July, we had 11,536, and this July we had 9,855. So a 17% change in active inventory. In new pendings were down 18%. 18% in pending. So we went from 7,200 pendings this year, and last year we had 8,815. So we're down 18% in pendings, and inventory is up 17%. Pendings are down 18, inventory is up 17. Okay. And all new pendings, last July we had 15,000. This July we had 12,000, so we're down 23%, 23.96. So almost 25% down in pending inventory. Now, that kind of makes sense, right? It makes a little bit of sense anyway. Interest rates last year were at 3%. A buyer could afford much more value of a home. Because if the rate is 3% and their payment at 3% was $1,200, their payment now at the current rate is $1,700. So less people can afford to buy real estate. That does not mean that the market is crashing. It means that there's a stabilization occurring in the marketplace. Now, does that not mean that there are different products, mortgage products, financing products that you can get to help ease the pain of that increased percentage in rate? Yes, they're called ARMs. And that is a possible solution. And I'm not saying that that's the right solution for everybody, but it certainly is a possible solution. So we want to look at the solds. We look at July of 2021 to this July. We're down about 15% in sold inventory. We're projecting that from year over year, we're going to be about 20% down in sales that we were last year, okay, by year end. It might be a little bit more, but the way that it's looking is we have basically 4 more months left of this year. So we're projecting about around 20% differential from year to year. So what does that mean? That means in the last month, about 52% of sellers on the market had to reduce their price in order to get more activity and possibly get sold. 52%. So if you're in the market right now and you've been on the market and you are not sold, and we're going in 30, 60, 90 days, 100 days, it's time for a price adjustment. So what happens is, let's just say we're priced at $300,000. All the people that could have afforded your house at $300,000, the 12 appointments that we had, already came to visit. So the only way to reach a new group of buyers is to adjust the price so that we can reach people that can maybe go to 285 or 275, because now we're in a different buying group. And because we're in a different buying group, that gives us more possible buyers to actually purchase a property. Think about that. And we'll say, well, the people that saw it at 300, they weren't interested. They would have put an offer in for 5% under ask, which would have brought it in at 285. But they didn't, because they didn't see the value 5% under. Because 5% under ask is a reasonable offer to offer somebody. But they actually did not see the value at the 5% under. See, we've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. And there's a trend. There is the water finds where it should be. The price finds where it should be. But we test the market at that number already. So if we're not making an adjustment in the pricing, then we are just all wasting each other's time. Okay? And the buyers in the market think that that seller is not serious. And today, what I would say is because the marketplace is not going up and prices are compounding downward somewhat, then in order to cut that off and get sold, we need to adjust the price accordingly for that to happen. Okay? The average sold price to list price overall from year to year is up 8%. But that doesn't mean that the prices went up this year 8%. That means in a 12-month rolling average, they went up 8%. So that average could have happened in the month of August, September, October, November, December, January. And then we started to see a market shift come February, March. And then we really felt it in April. Okay? Things are, the public does not see, the consumers do not see what's going on behind the scenes. We are actually the boots on the ground. We're the ones out there in the field. We know what's happening pretty much before it's happening, which is super interesting. I remember back in 2006, 7, and I remember I entered the industry in 2005. So I was only in the business for a couple years, but I'm good at math and I'm good at stats, and I'm watching the inventory grow on the market every day. I'm opening the MLS and I'm going, oh my God, there's more inventory. And it just kept flooding and flooding and flooding the market. And I had conversations with sellers. I'm like, please adjust the price now, because I know it's going to be worse for you later. And I watched it, and people just didn't get it. They didn't want to listen. You know, a lot of people do this thing like the was it the ostrich or the penguin? No, it's one of those animals. Putting the head in the sand. You know, if I don't look and I don't pay attention, it's not going on around me. But 100% is going on around us. So knowing what that is. Our sold count. And last year we were at 9,000 in July. This July we're at 7,200. So we're down 20% in solds. Okay. 20% already down in solds. And then if you look at this additional data, okay, days on the market from year to year have only increased a little bit. However, that's because the days on the market in some of the months were so low. They were at 5, 6 negative days on the market. So it takes a little time for that to go up. But that is based on the complete sold inventory. And if we look at all pendings across the board, not just the new pendings, but all pendings, because new pendings account for just the month of July. I'm talking about all pendings from year to year. We are down 23.96%. So almost a quarter, almost 25%. Okay. So with the feds trying to stop inflation, they raise the rates. That does affect the mortgage rates in some way. It could be positively or negatively. But I can tell you this, once they get the inflation under control, at some point in time, the mortgage rates will drop again. We don't know when that is, but that will be an opening for more people to come in and buy. Could be this year, could be next year. So what I want to tell you today is if you're a buyer and you've been sitting on the fence, now is the time to pull the trigger. Because you can make offers. There's inventory to buy. There's deals to be had because there are sellers that want to sell. We just put an offer under contract yesterday. It was about 20% under ask. And you know what? The sellers took it, and I'm going to tell you why they took it. It's all cash. There's 0 contingencies, so no inspections, and the house needs a lot of work. And it's a solid sale, and they know in 30 days they're going to have a check, and they're going to be done with this. So we don't get to decide as real estate agents and brokers what a seller will or will not accept. So as a buyer, you're looking to buy, whether it's a home or an investment property, I suggest that we get together and go ahead and get offers out there. Because there are sellers that want to be sold. They want to be done with this. It's not the money that's most important all the time. It's not the money. Sometimes it's the timing. It's the structure in terms of the deal. How quickly can they receive their cash? Sometimes sellers need the money for specific reasons. The kids going to college. And you know what? For some reason, there wasn't enough money. Or something happened. Something came up that they need this additional money for. So it's not for us. So what I want to say is the Philadelphia market is not crashing. It is adjusting. It's going to continue to adjust. Okay. And you need to know what the intel is, what the numbers are. So I'm here to share them with you. I look at them every single day. We go over them weekly in our office to make sure that everybody is armed with the right information so that we can help both our buyers and our sellers do the next right thing for them, right? It's not about us. It's about you. And it's about you getting you the right house or getting you sold for the most money that the market will bear today. And that can change next month. It might be less. It probably will be. Okay? But we're not crashing. There will be a place where the market finds where it should be right now. And it has not done that. So that means buyers don't continue to wait. because if the rates do go up higher, that will decrease your buying power. And now is a great time to strike while there's much more inventory currently on the market. So I bring you this weekly market update on what's happening in the Philly real estate market. I look to see you next week. Next week, I will be at a remote location. So that should be interesting. So definitely tune in to see me and see where I am. But I'm still going to bring the show to you. I'm committed to showing up every single week. I wish you a great rest of the week and a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the last dog days of summer. Make it a great one, everybody.